One of the most frequent questions I get is, hey Oscar, I'm starting my detailing business. How do I get customers? Hey Oscar, I started my business a month ago. I have yet to get customers. How do I leave business cards in shopping centers? How do I pass out business cards? What did you do? And I always give the same answer because this is by far the best route you can take when you're first starting. You don't need to go and find random strangers that don't know you and you need to convince them to hire you for detailing services. You don't need to go into business centers or anything like that. When you're first starting off, the first thing you should do in terms of the customers that you get is you should go and service your friends and family members' vehicles. Yes, your friends and family members, the ones that know, like, and trust you, the ones that have been knowing you for years, the ones that want to see you succeed, the ones that want to help you accomplish your goal, those are the ones you should be helping first. So what I want you to do is make a list of all your friends, family members, coworkers, previous job coworkers, your peers, and just make a huge list of, let's say, between 5 to 10 to 15, 20. The more you have, the better. And I want you to personally reach out to every single one of those, whether it's through email, text, whether it's in person, a DM, through social media, what have you, and ask them if they want their car detailed, cleaned, based on whatever services that you offer, whether it's just a car wash, whether you can do paint correction, whether it's a wash and wax, whether it's just an interior cleaning, whatever that looks like for you. Ask them, hey, would you want your car serviced? And don't worry too much about pricing, about how long it takes you, because we're not too worried right now about the revenue you're generating, because they're friends and family, you probably don't have much experience. So there's gonna be a lot of things that you can get that are gonna be very beneficial for you by doing this. Let's say you get, my goal for you, and this really depends on your experience level and where you are with that and all that jazz. But I would definitely say if you're brand new and like you don't have much experience and you're kind of still nervous of detailing and you've barely cleaned and detailed your car, I would definitely recommend you do 3 to 5 vehicles that's not your own. And so that means you detail someone else's car. Whether it's interior or exterior, do that based on whatever you can offer at the time. Like I said, if you could just do a car wash 5 cars. If you could do a wash and wax, do that on 5 cars. So do the most services that you can on 3 to 5 vehicles if you're like brand new to this. The reason I want you to do that is, one, it's gonna give you experience and wisdom for yourself. I get questions all the time of like, hey, what I do with this specific vehicle? What I do if I run into this? What if I see this happen? And a lot of times I can just instantly tell you have little to no experience, because if you have gone through it already, you wouldn't be asking this question. Like, it's a very simple question that you'd answer yourself once you're actually there. But because you're thinking about all these scenarios in your head, you haven't taken action, so you're thinking about all the scenarios in your head and you're wondering, well, if this happens, what do I do to resolve it? Well, if that happens, and then you literally just create dozens of things that could potentially happen without you ever actually going out there in the field and detailing. So if you're just starting off, 3 to 5 vehicles, do as many services as you can per vehicle. Don't worry about how much time it's taking you, and don't worry about the money you're generating. Now, that doesn't mean you don't charge anything. Like, if you want to, if your normal rates when you get started are going to be, I'm throwing out numbers just for an example, it's going to be $100 for a detail, whatever that looks like for you, then charge $25, charge $50, charge $75, charge the full price, do it for free. I'm not too concerned about that, because there's a lot more things that you're going to get out of servicing those 3 to 5 vehicles, more than just money itself. You're going to get experience, you're going to get confidence. You're gonna see how the actual detail process takes place. If you're mobile, you're gonna drive to that location. You're gonna talk to the person. You're gonna see that the environment that you're working in, it's gonna probably start raining. It's probably too sunny. The sun's hitting too hard on one side of the vehicle and it's heating up the panels to where you can't polish it. You have cars driving by. You have people walking by. You have the lawn people cutting the grass and disturbing your detail. All these things give you a lot of wisdom and experience that will quickly just help you propel your skills and your confidence much further than if you're just sitting at home. So you're gonna gain a lot of experience. The other thing is, you can ask for a review once you're done. So whatever service you do, just ask them, and it's gonna be your friend or family member. So they're gonna be happy to help you out and be like, hey, can you leave me a review on my Google business page, on my Yelp, on Facebook? And then on top of that, the next thing that's gonna be beneficial is that then you can ask your friend or family member or coworker or peer, hey, do you mind sharing my work on social media? Do you mind reposting this on your Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or any other social media platform? Do you mind if you post this before and after and tag me in it? Can you share? But you get the point what I'm saying right now. You can start having that word of mouth on social media, and then your friends, family members, and peers can share your work to their friends, family members, and peers. And that's how the snowball starts to take place. The more people you start doing this with from the beginning, if you have a list of 5 people, up it up to 10, up it up to 15, up it up to 30. The more people you get to contact and interact with, the higher chance you have of landing more people to service, which will in return just give you a lot more content to build. That's another benefit. That's 4 benefits I'm giving you from this one little thing. As you're servicing those friends and family members and peers, you're also able to create content, take before and afters, take time lapses, videos before and after, 50/50s, the process, explain what you're doing. You can build so much content in those 3 to 5 vehicles. And if you're more experienced, if you already have experience under your belt and such, maybe 1 or 2, you know. As far as the experience part, like to get you more confident with your detailing. If you still want customers, it's still gonna apply the same. Contact as many people as you can and offer your services. But you're gonna be able to get experience, get reviews, get content, and get your friends and family members to share your work on social media to start building that word of mouth on the web. So a lot of benefits. Now I know a lot of you are gonna be like, well, that doesn't really count as a customer. Like, I know them, how do I go and reach out to people that don't know me? Well, here's the thing though. If you get your friends and family members to share your work to their friends and family members, okay, there. Now you just accessed an entire different audience that you were never aware of, that you don't know at all. Like, they're basically strangers, right? Like, I don't know, let's say your cousin shares your work and then her friend from work sees it. Well, you don't know her friend from work, but now her friend from work knows about you and your services, and it could be very likely that they'll reach out to you for services because it's basically a personal recommendation from your cousin or your family, your friend, your family member, that to their whoever sees it. So a lot of benefits with this strategy if you actually go out there and implement it. If you're starting off, if you don't have any customers, if you don't have much experience, and after watching this video, a week later, you're still like, man, what can I do to really get things going? What can I do to start this business? What can I do to get customers? What can I do to generate revenue? You have not implemented what I taught in this video lesson. And I'm gonna send this, I'm making this video specifically because I get asked this all the time and I'm always giving the same instructions. So now instead of just emailing, I'm just gonna send this link to this video because this is exactly what I'm gonna recommend every single time. Because when I started off way back in 2011, I did the same mistake where like you immediately wanna go towards the strangers, the people that don't know you because you feel like you're real business. And you know, servicing your friends and family members, that's not a real business. You know, that's too simple, or that's too easy, or it doesn't feel like a real business. So start off with your core of friends and family members that know, like, and trust you. Have them refer you on their social media or at work to their personal friends and family members. And then that's how you get the snowball rolling. And that's how I would start my detailing business. That's what I recommend what you do to get yours started, because it just takes one person to share your work on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Twitter even. I'm not on there, but on Twitter. And then someone else sees it, and then that's how it all goes. That's happened to me countless times now. Not with friends or family, but just think about it. Just replace friends and family members with a customer. And then that's basically what's gonna happen, because once someone shares your work, you get access to an entire different audience. Whether it's your family member or not, you're gonna get access to a lot of hundreds and possibly thousands of other people seeing those posts. And it's up to you to really go after and execute that strategy, because now, let's say you don't service any, you could just skip all of that actually, if you'd wanted to, and think outside the box, and just contact all your friends and family members and be like, hey, do you mind reposting this on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat? Can you repost this? Can you share this? And just bypass all the work and just start doing that now, because they want to see you succeed. They want to help you towards your goal. So if you can't get customers after this video, if you're just starting, rewatch this because this is exactly what I would do if I get started. And yes, don't worry about pricing. I know that's gonna be a big question, like, well, Oscar, what do I charge? Well, Oscar, I need to be a business and be profitable. When you're first starting off, that's not gonna be your ideal one. Remember, I just listed so many benefits that are gonna come from doing this. You're not just gonna be solely focused on the money part of it. Now, if you do wanna make money and you still wanna, like, you know, get paid for what you do, well, that's fine, charge something. I'm not gonna be able to tell you exactly what to charge, how much to charge, what your hourly rate should be, because that's totally up to you and your business and your market and your services and your area and your goals and what you want to accomplish. If you're relying on me to give you an exact number of what you should charge, or if those prices are good, it's just not gonna happen. Not that I can't help, not that I can't analyze your situation and help you out with that, but literally you going out there and just actually detailing will light the bulb, if that's how the phrase goes, will give whatever, will help you see what you should actually be charging. Because right now, when you're in your room and you're like, you know what, if I finish this detail in 4 hours and I charge $100, that's $25 an hour, that's great money. Then you actually go out there and work on that sedan in that hot weather, and it's actually gonna rain in the second part of the afternoon, and it's actually a lot more work than you expected. You go back home that same night and you're like, man, that $100 was way too cheap. I took 6 hours instead of 4. I was so tired, I'm so exhausted, like I have to take an ice bath and foam roll and stretch, and I can't. You're gonna quickly find out that if your prices are good or not once you actually go out there and you're like, man, this took 8 hours, I thought it was gonna take 3 hours. So that's why I recommend just go out there, take action, get out in the field, get experience, and a lot of your questions that you're asking yourself are gonna be answered by just getting that experience and taking action. So hopefully this video helped, because now I'm gonna send it to everyone that asked this question. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, concerns. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, as I'm answering a bunch of DMs over there. And I'll see you on the next one.